I mean, people are entitled to their sexual proclivities, I mean, let there be 1,000 blossoms bloom, as far as I'm concerned, But I ain't spending any time on it, because in the meantime, every 3 months, a person is torn to pieces by a crocodile in North Queensland. I did it. I can eat my lunch now. I'm gonna make a drink. Let's make a hot toddy sour. I invented this one and I've experimented with it to perfection. So let's make perfection. It starts off, as all good hot toddies do, with some Scotch whiskey. And now we'll add some more Scotch, but a different kind. This one's a smoky, peaty Isla Scotch. Tastes like a campfire in your mouth. Now we need some lemon juice, which we'll take from this lemon that I've just retrieved from the sky. And lastly, but not really, because it's our second last ingredient, this Earl Grey honey syrup. I boiled 2 parts honey with 1 part warm water and some Earl Grey tea bags, and now we have this Earl Grey honey syrup. I've run out of bread. For those asking what else you could do with this, you could add it to a hot toddy sour. And now our final ingredient, this egg, but not all of it, you silly pumpkin, just the white bit. And that's it. Now we dry shake this. Dry shake means no ice. Emulsifies the egg white, makes it all frothy. Frothy. Now we'll add ice. As always. 1 scoop of regular ice, 1 big boy. Liquid into ice, bit of a slam. Start slow, build the pressure, suctions itself together, and then we really just go for it. Okay, seal. We won't serve it in that glass. Pop our strainer on and strain away. And before we garnish that bad boy and give it a sipsy doozy, we'll clean up a little bit, because it's filthy and we're nothing if not respectful in this house. We'll garnish this with some lashings of bitters that I'll make a pretty pattern with. And that's a chili toddy. Hey, cheers. God, that's so good. That backbone of smoke highlights the tea and the honey really nicely. That's one of the coolest drinks I've ever created. I'm gonna go over there now and cry about it. Hey, cheers. Good evening, I meant. Good evening. Good evening. I've got glasses on. I asked ChatGPT to make me a cocktail that uses plum liqueur and heavy cream. It spat out a recipe. We're gonna make it and put it into my mouth. Let's go. Let's make a plum cream dream. It starts with 2 ounces of our umeshu plum liqueur. This is my favorite ingredient on my bar right now. It makes me excited in all of the right places. Next we'll add some rye whiskey for a, quote, spicy, grainy complexity. It asked for a lemon. The only ones I have are from the sky. I hope that's okay. Little bit of simple syrup. And then we shake that up, so we'll add some ice. As always, even when a robot's in charge, 1 scoop of regular ice and 1 big boy. Liquid into ice, bit of a slam. Start slow, build the pressure, suctions itself together, and then hey, we really just go for it. Break that seal. We pop our strainer on and double strain into this coupe here. Then to a separate shaker, we'll add our cream, a dinky little pinch of salt. We'll dry shake that for merely a second. That's enough. And then try our best to float this cream on top of this sour drink. Somehow it doesn't curdle, so we'll keep going. But before we keep going and garnish that bad boy, we'll clean up a little bit, because we're respectful in this house. And then we garnish it with some freshly grated nutmeg. Now, first impressions, if I were to see this cocktail on a cocktail menu at a very schmancy bar, I wouldn't be surprised. But as we all know, everything must finish in the mouth. That's a plum cream drink. Hey, cheers. Oh my God. Oh God almighty. If I were less respectful, I'd down the whole thing. But I do want to. I won't. That is severely banging. It tastes very similar to an ice cream I used to have when I was a kid back in Australia called a splice. Kind of like an ice cream and an ice lolly all in one. Oh my word. Wowee. So the question we have to ask is plum liqueur and cream. Will it ChatGPT? Nicholas Hamilton says yes. What a delightful time. I'm going to drink the rest of this over there. Good evening. Wowee. I've got glasses on. I'm gonna drink a drink. Hunty, I'm gagging. RuPaul's cocktail brand House of Love has sent me some of their canned cocktails, and I'm planning to put them into my mouth. Let's do it. May the best cocktail win. I'm basically RuPaul. They have sent me these, but this isn't sponsored. This will be a very honest review. Let's start with pomegranate lime vodka. Hey, cheers. That's delicious. Very, very, very light. It's so colourful you'd expect it to be very sweet, but it's not so far. Let's now try this one. Strawberry daiquiri. Hey, cheers. That one's not carbonated. This one is. This one isn't. I like that less. Still very light. And finally, tangerine margarita. Hey, cheers now. Again, not bubbly. Taste the lime juice and the tequila. Little bit of tangerine. Not bad. Overall, I guess I'd have to give them a score of quite nice. And if RuPaul ever wants to have me on the show, that rating will be bumped up. See? I can be bored. Good evening. I've got glasses on. I'm gonna make a drink. Happy New Year. Look, 2023 was a lot. I think we deserve a drink. Look, I don't know about you, but I'm not really willing to put much effort into anything this New Year's Eve. I've already put a suit on, you can't expect much more. So let's make a low effort, high reward New Year's Eve cocktail called the Champagne Cocktail. And it's exactly what it sounds like. We'll douse a sugar cube in Angostura bitters, and if you were to just add champagne now, that would be fine. I'm gonna add some fancy cognac. Just makes it a little bit more complex for 2024. And now we add in our champagne. And we'll try our best to not kill anyone this New Year's. Whoa. To be careful. Perfect. And watch as our sugar cube slowly dissolves. There's no need for a garnish on this one, but if you wish to, a lemon peel does the trick. And before we take a sipsy doozy, we'll clean up a little bit for the last time in 2024 because we're still respectful in this house. Breathing now. And hey, that's a champagne cocktail. I want to wish you all a happy new year as we take a sipsy doozy that brings us into 2024. Cheers. And it's delicious. It's simple. It's perfect for people like me that don't really like champagne but still want to join in on the festivities. I'm going to take it over there and bring the bottle for my boyfriend to enjoy before we kissy at midnight. Happy New Year. Please have a good one. Good evening. Ooh. I've got glasses on. Happy New Year. I'm gonna make a drink, but not just any drink. One of the most popular drinks on the planet right now. Let's make an amaretto sour. And then add some lemon juice that we'll take from this lemon that I've gotten from the sky. And lastly, just a touch of simple syrup. We'll add the requisite egg white. Dry shake without ice to emulsify the egg white. Make it all frothy. And then we'll add in some ice from a bag. Liquid into ice. Bit of a slam. Start slow, feel the pressure, fashions itself together, and then we really just go for it. Break that still. Pop your strainer on and double strain. I like to garnish all of my sours with some bitters. And before we give that a sipsy doozy, we'll clean up a little bit because we're respectful in this house. And hey, that's one of the most popular cocktails known to they. An amaretto sour. In my mouth. Now. Hey, cheers. Banging. I mean, it's banging. It's nutty and spicy and sour and sweet and just nice. By the way, if you like this glass and you think it's pretty, you can get it at the link in my bio. Ooh, good evening. I've got glasses on. I'm gonna make a drink. And not just any drink, one of my favorite cocktails. It's called a Boulevardier, and it starts with bourbon. And now we fill it with some ice from a bag. And stir it with a long spoon. Pop your strainer in and strain away. Into a sexy, chilled little Nick and Nora glass. And now, before we go any further and give that a sipsy doozy, we'll clean up a little bit, because we're respectful in this house. And now what we'll do is we'll take an orange from the sky, give it a zest, express it, we'll make it all pretty and pop it on the side there, and hey, that's a Boulevardier. I'm gonna drink it. Hey, cheers. I mean, it's perfect. It's just perfect. It's just perfect. Dizzy. It's dizzyingly good. I want to drink the rest of it with my mouth, and I'm going to do that over there. Good evening. I've got glasses on. I'm gonna make a drink. It's getting chilly outside and the leaves are changing colour and I'm sneezing a lot. You know what that means? It's fall time. Let's make a fall cocktail. Let's make a pumpkin spice Irish coffee. A pumpkin spice Irish coffee. It needs coffee. Let's go make some coffee. Coffee's done. Now we'll put 3 ounces of it into this glass. Hot. Now we'll make this fit for the fall time with some cinnamon whiskey. We also need some sweetness. Not you. This simple syrup. Watch yourself. And just a skosh of this ginger liqueur. Seasonal. Give it a cheeky little stir. Pour some out because you over-measured, you f***. Now we need some cream, so we'll take this cream and put it into this shaker. A touch more sweetness. We've been through this. The syrup. You dirty sod. A dash of vanilla. And some gosh dang pumpkin spice. About a teaspoon. Zhuzh it up using a zhuzher. And it should float right on top. Just like that, because you're a legend, Nicholas Hamilton, that's me! Before we take a sipsy doozy, we'll clean up a little bit, because even though the seasons change and the tides shift, we continue to be respectful in this house. And now that I've said that, I'll put my mouth onto this. Hey, cheers. Oh, it's so warm in my tummy. It tastes pretty much like a pumpkin spice Irish coffee, which is good, because that's what it is. Happy autumn. Good evening. I've got glasses on. I'm gonna make a drink. I made some mulled wine a few nights ago. I've drank most of it, and now I want to use some of it in a cocktail. So let's put some of it into a cocktail. Let's make a riff on the New York sour that I'm calling the Rockefeller sour because of the tree in the Rockefeller, in the tree. Let's make a drink. First, I'll make my pretty standard whiskey sour recipe. Add some ice into our shaker from this bag. Liquid into ice, bit of a slam. We'll start slow, feel the pressure, suction yourself together, and then hey, we really just go for it. La 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 la, la la la. Take that sip. And before we take a sipsy doozy, we'll take our brand new sipsy doozy glass. It's sexy, and that's Christmas. We'll add in 1.5 ounces of our mulled wine. We'll carefully drop our ice cube in, pop our strainer on, and very carefully double strain over the top. And surprise, surprise, it kind of worked. Now before we take a real sipsy doozy, we'll clean up a little bit because we're respectful in this house. And that's a Rockefeller sour invented by me, Nicholas Hamilton. I'm gonna drink it now, and Nicholas, I'm gonna drink it now. Hey, cheers. It's too good. It's just too good for the world, I think. It might be too good for the world. It might be too good for the... Eventually you can stir it up with your fingies if you'd like. It's just a classic Christmas in a cup. A brand new sipsy doozy cup. By the way, if you want one, and you should, you know where to find them. Good evening. Merry Christmas. To you and yours. I'm Santa now. Ho ho ho. I'm gonna make a drink. I've had a very busy day. Now I'm in my cozies and I'd like a treat. Let's make a dessert cocktail. Let's make a Gaelic flip. Gaelic like the Irish people, not like gay and lick, you nasty sod. Get your head out of the gutter and then put some Irish whiskey into it. Before we go any further, we'll crack a whole egg into it. The yolk, the white, everything. That's what a flip means. You're basically making custard. 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, spilling it everywhere. The recipe says to use simple syrup, but we'll use maple syrup because we're indulgent in this house. Now we need some allspice dram. Clovey, cinnamony, tastes like the fall time. And now we'll dry shake this. Dry shake means no ice. Really emulsifies that whole egg, makes it like custard. Now we'll add ice to our shaker, as always. 1 scoop of regular ice, 1 big boy. Liquid into ice. Bit of a slam. Start slow, feel the pressure, suctions itself together, and then hey, we really just go for it. Like that still. Pop your strainer in and double strain. And before we garnish that fluffy, frothy boy, we'll clean up a little bit, because we're respectful in this house. And queer, don't forget queer. We'll garnish this puppy with some freshly grated nutmeg. And say hello to your new nightly routine. That's a Gaelic flip. Hey, cheers. Oh, fuck me. Hard with a rough stick. Oh my word.
Oh, the sweet vermouth is slightly funky. It's like savory, clove, cinnamon, fall, whiskey, sweet, maple syrupy goodness. Far out. I'm gonna take that and walk over there, pass out from exhaustion, and do it all again tomorrow. But not before I shill my new song. It comes out tonight. If you're watching this past June 16th, it's already out. Go listen to it. It's a gay love song about my boyfriend and about me being drunk. Go listen to it so I can finally rest. Good evening. No back pocket. Oh, I've got glasses on. I'm gonna make a drink. Hello there, I'm Nick. I'm an actor. I played this guy.
Angry, shut up!
I also like to make drinks and drink them with my mouth, but I also use my mouth to do some singing, and I have a brand new song out. It's called Spins. So let's combine all my skills while I act like I'm making a drink for my brand new song, Spins. That sounds nice. Let's go. Let's make a Spins. This cocktail is essentially a raspberry rose daiquiri, and that just sounds nice. We need 2 ounces of a very funky white rum, some raspberry syrup. Now when you make your daiquiri at home, you can use any syrup you like. The world is your fecking oyster. The same recipe works for all syrups. Excuse me. We need some lime juice, so I'll use this lime from the sky. And to make this the Spins, we'll add some rose water. This stuff can be very perfumey, so be careful. A dash less. And now we need some ice, so I'll put some ice into this shaker. As always, 1 scoop of regular ice, 1 big boy, liquid into ice, bit of a slam. Alexa, make Philip pink. Start slow, build the pressure, suctions itself together, and then hey, we really just go for it. Break that seal. Pop your strainer on and double strain. And before we give that bad boy a sippity-doo-dah sippity-day, we'll clean up a little bit. Because even though we're a pop superstar, we're still respectful in this house. For the garnish, we need 1 more lime from the sky. Guess they've run out of limes. This'll have to do. They're the same thing anyway. We'll make it all pretty-like and pop it on the side there. And hey, let's celebrate, because this is the Spins. Hey, cheers. Yeah, man. Oh, fucking num-num. So good. Oh, it's sweet and fruity and berry-y, but kind of perfumey. In a good way, though. It's not overpowering. That is crushable. Hey, I've got a challenge for you. Make that and stream Spins while you drink it. Cheers to you and cheers to Spins. Good evening. I've got glasses on.